So incentive-based contract, the most common one is like what you see is guaranteed maximum price, is what we call GMP, you see. So it's like you are having a lump sum, but you are actually giving an incentive for the contractor if you finish early or if you reduce certain costs, from your anticipated budget, you actually reduce it. So I will share my profit with you. So guarantee maximum is like you're getting the contractor to sign the price that is the highest level possible, and then you go down from there. Okay, and then they will give you incentives based on the savings that you get at the end of the day. So so they will give you a ceiling price, like you won't go more than that. So you want that as a certainty, you see. And target cost incentive contract is if we set a price that is reasonable, and then you want to make sure that it doesn't go over. So if you actually go if you have a target, like the target cost is actually below, then you share your profit. If it's Jun, you also have some sort of bonus involved. If it's over, then it's really too bad, and these sort of things are usually getting the contractor is to give incentive to the contractor in that sense. And yeah, I mean, like if we talk about cost plus incentive, I have another set of notes. Okay, I have another set of notes. Oh, wait a minute. This is the wrong file. Okay, where is it? Oh yeah, here. Okay, so I will when we have cost plus some sort of incentive, these are all cost plus. So this is cost plus profit sharing. So when we have this profit sharing, these are and sliding fees. These two bit here, it explains cost plus a little bit more. It's a combination between cost plus and also incentive. So the top bit here is more on the cost plus, the typical reimbursable. And this is the combination whereby you have a profit sharing or sliding fees, whereby, if the cost is here, and then if you get the target cost, if you do a target, if you can reduce it to your target, okay, this is the target incentive that I was talking about. So the actual cost and the target cost, and then from the actual cost, you actually have this sliding fees like going down. As long as you drop to that target fees, you get to save more, and then they will do more profit sharing. So this will be the advantages of cost plus contract, with some sort of this calculation here that you can look at as well. Like for example, like cost plus fixed fees, this one is quite simple. It's just basically 5 million times 1%, so you get 5 million kind of plus, And then if you have a cost plus fixed fee plus profit sharing, so if your profit, if you reduce the cost down, you fix a percentage of sharing, and that would be 25% go to the contractor or something like that. Then these are cost plus. Cost plus sliding fees is basically, if your target is 4.4 million, the actual is 4 million, then you actually you have the scale ready already, and the scale is, let's say, 4%, then you get 160,000. And then if you save even more, like let's say from the target cost, you save even more from the target cost, you get a higher percentage, and then you get more. So this one is like a scale that you do first, as you like there's what a sectioning of the cost that you can save, and this is how much you're going to get. So this notes is good for you to refer to if you want to look at the how to do the calculations actually. Okay, and not all of this section notes are relevant, so I'll probably crop up the relevant section for everybody to look at and read through that. So here it talks about the advantages and disadvantages of a cost plus contract, which I went through just now as well. And these are reimbursable. So again, there's a combination between reimbursable and incentive, and pure incentive one like target and maximum guaranteed price, or you can combine it with cost plus. So this will be usually some form of negotiated contract. With this sort of method for contracting, you will match certain tendering method, you see, and normally this will match negotiated kind of method, negotiated kind of quotation proposal based kind of project data compared to just lump sum or that kind of procurement strategy whereby you go for the traditional one where the design are pretty much complete, you see. So you can do this for design that are complete as well, but it's like we're trying to motivate the contractor in a way, motivate your builders, motivate your service provider in reducing the cost in a very gentle way. You don't want them to reduce too much in a way that then will give you all these lousy material things, and it doesn't work as well, you see. So we must find a balance somewhere. Yeah, we must find a balance somewhere. Again, I will have to emphasize that if we look at what we went through in terms of the depreciation cycles, deployment cycles, in the depreciation cycles, in call for depreciations, when we actually fix the strategy for procurement, fix the contracting type, and from this fixing of the contract, you can see that different type of contract, there will be different kind of clauses, different kind of write-up, and different type of documents required, and how details are the technical documents, how what sort of contractual documents are you looking at. Then this will actually be reflected onto the tendering procedures as well, which is the fourth part. So we have gone through part 1, which is the overview, part 2, which is the procurement strategies, and part 3, which is the contract type. And contract type will deal a lot with documents, you see. You've got to prepare all these documents before we can proceed further. We cannot just simply talk about contract type, but without making you think about the contractual documents. And one of the most important documents that are available will be the agreement itself, whereby we state down all the rights and obligations, and the risk sharings, the procedures of doing things, contractually, like applying for claims, what do we do step by step, extension of time, what do we do step by step. You see, so procedures, different type of contract will give different type of procedures, different type of handling administrative matter, and the sharing of the risk and responsibilities and rights, and what are they. It will be written very differently from one another. So this is something that you have to be aware of. So you just cannot simply pick the contract documents. In Malaysia, we have we are very prompt, right, which is quite okay. It's not bad, it is good for general purpose. This is like a one-size-fits-all t-shirt. One-size-fits-all t-shirt is good for many people, like maybe 70-80% of the population, but it's not good for 10, 20, 30% of the other part of the minority, whereby you do need a very specific legal write-up for your contract. See? So depending on the effort and the level of capacities that your company has, then it will be pretty much based on what type of document that can be created. And standard forms are actually quite common. In Malaysia, we have the CIBV Form 2000, we've got the JKR Sarawak Form of Contract, I think it's 2006, and then we've got the, is it 2010? I don't remember. And then there'll be PWD 203, and then there will be PAM. That is 2000 plus also. I'm not sure whether it's the latest one. And then you've got IEM, Standard Form of Contract. And these sort of forms, they are very standard. They are just, they will list down all the contractual administrative clauses and all that, but they are not specifically going to be applicable for maybe a cost plus or remeasurement or full remeasurement. They'll generally be okay for lump sum, fixed price, provisional lump sum, that sort of contract. So these sort of documents need to be fully ready before we can move on to the tendering stage, which we will be talking about in the following part 4 sort of recording. Okay? So I hope you all can understand that relationship in the picture.